this is Jerry. So it is 2026, according to the calendar that they gave us. And this year is the fire horse, so it is going to be a very fiery year. A lot of things are going to be put to the flames. A lot of the parasites, a lot of the old is going to be put down for good, never to be regenerated again, never to be recycled once again. And I just got back from a long winter vacation, hanging out with family and just being with my partner. And during that time I was sick, but I still enjoyed myself, and I wanted to come here today on this video giving you guys a message on what's happening in the world. And I know whoever's watching this is not playing into the fear, is not playing into the agendas that they are playing out. There's a lot of doomsday movies. There's a lot of movies that are showing us that the people are rising up from the ashes. The true people, organic people of this earth are rising up once again. True leadership is going to be paramount in this next era, in this next golden age. And most likely, if you're listening to this, if you're watching, you're one of those leaders. Whether you're leading a community, you're leading your family, your tribe, you're leading whoever it may be in front of you. And I have to talk about the fear. I have to talk about what they wanted to do and what is showing up in politics and what seems to be the new show, what seems to be the new play on the news. And yes, recently on the news, a so-called leader or dictator was taken out of the scenes. And honestly, guys, when you see stuff playing out on the news, you have to realize that it's a Luciferian play. They want you to react to it, and it's going to be a while. It's going to be some time before we know the full truth. The truth that I came across was he was taken out because it was time. He is one of their pawns. He is one of their puppets. The deep state, the clowns that are behind the scenes. And yes, the TV will tell you, oh, it's because Venezuela was becoming a threat and they had a bunch of mines that were opening up, silver mines opening up, and the truth is, their dictator, had a lot of names of people, a lot of known names of people that were dealing drugs, because Venezuela became one of the big drug hubs that the US government was using, and that they were basically importing all of their drugs into American soil. Your own US government corporation was doing to its own people. And because he had all these lists of names and he was not necessarily a threat, he's just basically a symbol that the deep state actors are going down. They're going down with a fight, and he's just one of their pawns that also needs to go to tribunals. He is also one of the people that need to be put in front of a tribal court. And in your own communities, what is happening in America in the background is all of the corrupt judges, lawyers, attorneys, all of those police officers, all of those so-called leaders are going to be put to some sort of tribunal. They're going to be asked to come forth, and they have to be persecuted for what they have done over this time, because they have subjugated the people, they have torn down the community, they have stripped us away of our sovereignty. And we are no longer going to live in such a 3D matrix type of world. We're no longer going to be living in a place where you have to abide by this code, you have to go to college, you have to give up your dreams because you always have to be thinking about the next paycheck. That type of world is crumbling before our very eyes. And a lot of the people in your neighborhood, a lot of your pastors, a lot of your so-called leaders, they, or at least what I've been seeing, there's been a lot of rounding up the last of the scum, the last of the parasites. And whether it was the ring of child sex trafficking that was done by the church, whether it was the police that was allowing the drugs, being a part of the drugs, being a part of the trafficking, whatever vice, whatever thing you can think of, it is all being in the background without us knowing on the chessboard. It is all being cleaned up. And I don't know if you guys can hear the rain right now, but every time I do one of these videos, the rain likes to come in. And I think it's just another testament that the true people, the people of the love frequency, the people that are of 9 ether, the people that are able to live 5th dimensionally, 6th dimensionally, 7th dimensionally and up, they're going to be dominating the planet. That frequency of love is going to be dominating the planet. There is not going to be any more trying to read the codes, trying to read the signs, trying to understand all of the mischief that's happening right in front of us, because they have planned it all. They have planned the very last days. They have planned doomsday because they knew they had, or the devil, the deep state, the very few people, which are not white people. I know all of us want to think, oh, it's just the white rich people that are behind everything. No, it's not. It's a small group of people that have been taking humanity in their own hands and making us, whispering in our ear, telling us that we should do this sort of evil, this sort of vice, we should go against our God self, and we should not listen to our hearts, be estranged from the God self, not learning about how to operate the mind, not evolving, which is why we all need to be recycled in the reincarnation cycle and come back to Earth with many, many lives, because we're just not learning the lesson. We don't realize there's this devil, there's this programming that's in our ear. It's in the radio, it's in the television, it's in the school system, it's in the hospitals. Every sort of coding that you can think of, your food is coded. Your food has programming. Your medicine that they created, the viruses, The plagues, they created. Coronavirus was created. It was a pandemic. Everything was programmed to basically deteriorate you, to take you down, for you to not realize the God self, for you not to have any sort of hope, for you just to rely on outside sources, for you to rely on contracts, for you to rely on banks, for you to rely on fiat money, which is fake money, for you not to know who you truly are. And I am not the only one that is saying this. There is many people that are going to say this, but this year a lot of things are going to blow over. A lot of things are going to be pulled out of the rug, and it's going to be very dirty. It's going to be very, very chaotic. Whether they try to take out another dictator, whether they try to blow up more people, or they try to assassinate more people, because that's what they like to do. They like to put fictitious events in front of us and say, oh, this just randomly happened. Everything was planned according to these deep state actors. And in this year, on a lighter note, I just want to say that you are your own world, you are your own universe, you are your own self. You do not need to react anymore. You may respond however you wish to respond. Most likely you're not going to be watching the news. Most likely you're not going to be playing into any of the narratives, because honestly the narratives, the stories they're showing on the news is not the full truth. And if you knew the full truth, you would see how complicated everything is, how entwined everything is, how deeply twisted everything is, that you wouldn't even be very much interested in it, because it's not on your frequency anymore. It was never on your frequency for you to consume such deep, dark, evil energy that is leaving the planet. And again, guys, I'll tell you that everything was planned. That dictator they took out was planned. They have to keep him safe because he had a list of names of people, very well-known people that were dealing drugs and so forth, and they're shutting down the whole system. They're gradually but surely going to do it this year. It might happen even more fast than anyone imagines. I don't think there's going to be any bombs going off. I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to be so traumatic, so catastrophic that we all think that it really is doomsday. It's just going to be a very smooth process, especially if you're ready for this and you're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to be thinking, oh, how am I going to get water? How am I going to get light, electricity? If you're a person of the earth, you know that you can live off the fat of the earth no matter what. The birds are taken care of, the animals, the plants are taken care of, no matter what happens. We are all taken care of. And whatever you're doing in life, whatever job that you're in, whatever your label, sign, or identity you have given yourself, you also should take just 10 minutes a day to just get rid of all of that and allow yourself to be in silence, allow yourself to heal, allow your higher self to stream down information and light and data, whatever you need for your vessel, whatever you need for yourself. And that's why I never miss my meditations. That's why I never miss listening to music or frequencies, or going back to the silence, going back to the God self. And yeah, guys, I feel like I could talk for another 20 or 30 minutes. There's a lot of specific things that most likely will be happening, but I'm not going to prophesize anything, and you shouldn't really listen to other people and think, oh, I guess that's going to happen. You should just be listening to your own intuition, whatever you feel like you need to do to prepare your heart, your soul, and your mind. Honestly, at this time, I would do the best to clear everything. Try to clear, try to heal as much as you possibly can, and talk to your higher self, ask for guidance. Make sure that there is silence, there is peace within your day, even if it's for 10 minutes, even if it's inside of your car before you go into work. Maybe it's before all the chaos begins in your house, in your workplace, before you start talking to people. There should be some sort of communion with you, with the universe. And yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.